But MJ knows him.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. He knows you.
Okay, Christy, you're gonna have to unmute.
All right, all right, all right. You guys, oh my gosh. I don't know about you guys, but I am fired up. I'm not bold, but I am fired up. I am so excited. Just coming home from Xyngfest, it was amazing. If you guys were there, I'll speak for myself. I loved seeing everybody. I loved the vibe. I loved everything about it. If you weren't there, we missed you so much, and I cannot wait until we see you guys in April. So, all right, I get to start this training tonight, and there is a lot to talk about. And what we've done is we've each taken kind of our takeaways away from this. We're just going to be short, sweet, and to the point. I hope short, sweet, and to the point. But there's so much, you guys. It was an amazing event. I know we say this all the time, and if you don't go, you're probably like, oh my God, they're going to say it was the best event ever. You guys, it was seriously phenomenal. It was phenomenal. And I don't know if I was just in a place where I just needed it, but it was incredible. So lots of good feedback. But what I'm going to talk about is when we first got there, we had a leadership session. And this was one of the highlights for me. It was amazing. The content was great. We had the best keynote speaker, and I'm not going to go a lot on him because I'm going to talk about my personal stuff, and I hope this helps someone or maybe makes you think about something. But in this leadership session, it is for lifetime directors and above. And so it's a smaller group of people. They put us in these round tables. They assigned us seats. So you're not by your friends. I got stuck by Cynthia Evans, but it was kind of weird how that worked. But they put you in these sessions so that you have to collaborate with other people. Okay. And I'm going to tell you, it was powerful for me. The first question they asked us, and then everyone had to go around the table and say their answer. Okay. The first question they asked us was, what has Xyngular brought into your life that you are grateful for? Holy moly. It hit me like a ton of bricks. And I know you're not even going to believe this, but I started crying before I even started talking because I was thinking about all of the things. All of the things. Like, how do you pick one and you have 30 seconds to share about it? Now, I want you guys to think about your personal lives. I want you to think about your personal journey because everyone's journey is different. And I think sometimes we get away from enjoying your journey, that we get overloaded and bombarded and all of these things with life. But I want you to think about this. What Xyngular has brought into your personal life that you're grateful for. And I want you to write this down. I want you to write it down. Like, is it flexibility? Is it freedom? Is it just a little bit of extra money? Is it the people? Is it the travel? I mean, all of those things for me. I'm not going to make it. Is it taking care of a sick family member? I was able to do that for my mother-in-law until she passed away. Is it raising your kids? Being the mama maybe that you didn't have, or being the mom that you had, or, being able to do all of those things. I was a single mom for 7 years. Guess what? I still got to be the mom. Okay. That's something that it's given me, letting me travel the world, experience lifetime things. You guys, I lived in a rehab center for 6 weeks after an accident. I still paid my bills. That's another thing that it's given me. It's given me, it taught me how to dream again, given me that power to give to my kids. Like, I have a daughter right now who is living people's wildest dreams. Guess what? Xyngular did that for me. It taught me how to do that when I can turn around and teach her how to do that. And guess what else it gave me? It gave me the ability to drop everything in my life and go surprise the heck out of her last week in Alaska. Only for a couple of days, people thought I was nuts, but guess what? It gave me that. So I want you to write down, and I want you to dig deep. I want you to dig so deep. I would not know most of you guys on here. There's a couple of you that I knew before this, but I would not know you people without this. That's incredible. That is incredible. So I want you to think about what Xyngfest has done for you. What are you grateful for? Because I'm going to tell you, I needed that at the beginning of this conference more than anyone ever would have known. I needed to dig deep, and I needed to be able to get something pretty deep out of this. So dig deep. I want you to list 3 things on a paper, and I want you to hang it up where you can see it. What has Xyngfest brought into your life that you are grateful for? That is one of your assignments. You need to be able to look at this. And when you're having a hard day, you need to be able to look at this and remember these little things. You guys, to me, I feel like we have to paint the picture in what we have here with Xyngfest. We have to bring back the importance of the little things. Bring back that importance, because that's part of the vision. Okay, don't focus on what's not happening in your business. Focus on what is happening in your business. Don't compare where you are right now to the best month you ever had, because guess what? That's long gone. You got to get a new best. Compare yourself to where you were last month and go from there, because you're going to be discouraged if you don't do that. We're all going to think about our highest point. Oh my gosh, the day I hit executive for the first time. You know what I mean? We're going to think about our highest point, and then we're going to be like, well, dang, I'm not there. I'm not there anymore. You cannot do that to yourself. Be proud of your journey, because it's your journey for a reason. It's going to be up and down, okay? So that's one of the things that I got out of it. Also, to be intentional. I know a lot of us just go through the motions. So what I want you to do is be intentional. Be intentional when you're posting. Be intentional when you're on trainings. Be present when you're here. Be ready to take notes. Jump on and be intentional. Be intentional when you coach your people. Don't just send them a verbiage thing. It talks about day 3. You got to know what's going on. So be super intentional, because you're building those relationships. Be intentional when you add to results pages. Think about the people that you're adding. Don't just go through your list and add whoever that's not in there. Be intentional about this. Target what they're looking for. Be intentional when you do your IPAs. Don't just do them to hurry and cross them off. And some days I do that. And so when they were talking about that, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to be more intentional of this, you know. Another thing I want to focus on is we're going to do a little exercise here. Now, unless you're driving, I want you to do this. Okay, if you're driving, don't do this. I don't want you to crash, okay? But I want you guys all to close your eyes for a minute. Okay, close your eyes for a minute. And I want you to envision yourself in your car. I love just hanging in my car. It's one I even do it in the driveway. But be in your car, and I want you to be listening to your favorite song. And I want you to turn it up. Turn that song up. And if you're anything like me, if you don't like feel the whole vibe, or if somebody interrupts you, you go back and start the song over. That's how much you love this song, okay? You don't want to miss that intro. So you're listening to your favorite song, you turn it up loud, you can feel the beat in your car, you're singing at the top of your lungs, you know every word, like you become the singer, okay? That is such a great feeling. I spend so much time doing that. Now keep your eyes closed for this. Now I want you to envision yourself at a concert. You are at the concert. The favorite song you have, the band just entered the stage. They're coming out on stage. You are in the front row. You are right by the stage. Oh my gosh, best moment of your life. The band comes out, the music starts, and you're not only feeling, it's not just cool, you know what I mean? You're not just feeling the beat, but your heart is beating to the sound of this music. This is the most incredible moment of your life, you guys. You get chills all over your body. Like I'm getting chills just thinking about this right now. Chills all over your body. Best moment of your life. You will never hear this song the same again, ever, after experiencing this. Have any of you guys ever experienced anything like this? Like that is incredible. Now I want you to open your eyes. Open your eyes. And I hope you were at that concert. I hope you just felt that. Because you guys, listening to a song in your car is great. Okay, that's fun, you know, but I'm going to compare that to getting on this training or watching a replay from Xyngfest. Okay, that's great. You're going to get the content. You're going to feel it. Like something is going to touch you. You're going to feel that. But you guys, the concert is like going to the event. That's what the concert is like. That's what these events are like. Okay, you're going to feel it different. You're going to be there. That is the importance of events. There is nothing else like it. You're going to get the chills in person. You're going to be able to see these people. You're going to be able to hug these people. You're going to be able to feel the vibe. That is the difference. So when you're thinking about events, because the importance of this event was huge for me. When I went there, I was tired. I was burned out. I was like, oh my gosh, so much is changing. I was excited about having a new president, but you guys, I was exhausted. And I know a lot of us are in that season, okay? Ending summer, going into fall, like, oh my gosh, what more can I handle? I'm not organized, all of these things. But you guys, one thing stuck out to me. And this was kind of like why I thought I needed to talk about the importance of events. And if you guys were there, you know what I mean. If you've attended an event before, you know what I mean with this. They are so important. And I needed this so bad. But one comment that stuck out to me from someone who attended their first event, okay, this was told to me. She said, oh my gosh, Christy, I did not know that being an adult could be so much fun. Because she has kids, she has a husband, she has 2 jobs, she's always busy. She does not get out of the rat race. She had no idea that being an adult could be so much fun. You guys, we have to bring that back for people. People need that. People need to fill their buckets. They need to be excited, you know, and when you're there, you get to unwind. You get to fill your cup. You're surrounded with positive people. You get hugged on, prayed over, encouraged. You get to meet people in person. You get inspired. And if you did not get inspired, there's something wrong with you. Okay, because it was so inspiring. You laugh, you cry, you build bonds that are going to last a lifetime. These events are priceless. Our next event is 6 months away. 6 months away. April 10th through the 12th. It's in Anaheim, California. Set a goal to be there. Set a goal right now to be there. Okay, I don't know what your life's going to look like in 6 months. None of us know what our life's going to look like in 6 months, but you need to be there for you. Okay, and start saving money now. Take advantage of the promos now. Okay, that is going on. It's incredible. It will blow people's socks off if you actually work the opportunity with that. Okay, so take advantage of the promos. Save some money. Make a list of people that you want to bring with you, that you're going to talk to about this. You guys, I have even been a bank for people on my team before. Actually, one lady that wasn't even on my team. I was a bank for her to get to an event because she's like, I cannot save money. If I see it, I spend it, right? So every time she got paid, she sent me a little bit of her money. I tucked it away right before the event. Send it back when she was ready to schedule her plane tickets. I sent that part back to her. So she had it. So she pre-planned. That was how important this was for her. Okay. So make sure that you make it non-negotiable. Make sure that you put it on your calendar. You schedule everything in your life, doctor's appointments, weddings, you know, birthdays. You schedule all these things in your life. Schedule this like it is your business. I promise you, you're going to feel those chills. You're going to get motivated. You're going to get excited from this. So, but like I said, this event changed my life. I totally needed it right now. Totally needed it. And since I talked about vision with my little spill here, I'm going to give you guys all an assignment. And this is something that I need for myself, so I'm going to make you do it with me, okay? So we are going to work on a vision board. This is going to be an assignment for you guys, and I want you to do it this week, okay? Not to put any pressure on you, but I'm putting pressure on you. I just want you, let's just be basic. I want you to choose 5 things. Find 5 things that you want to happen. And I'm going to just say need, because most of us need stuff right now. So 5 things, because a lot of people are struggling. 5 things that you need to happen, okay? Choose 5 things. One of those things needs to be Xyngfling in April. That needs to be on your vision board. Okay, that's 1. So you only need 4 more. Okay, you can do as many as you want, but at least this many. Put it on your board so that you see it every single day. It could be maybe a trip that you want to do with your family. It can be extra money. Put a picture of money. It can be, if maybe you need a car, that kind of a thing. Maybe it has something to do with Christmas. Put that on your vision board. Maybe you want to pay off credit cards. I know a lot of people are working towards that. Whatever it is, print off a picture or print off words, put them on a board, and then I want you to send your leader a picture of it. Show them that you're serious. Show them that you're doing it. Show them that you really, really want this to happen, because I think a lot of times we get away from these little things and we forget how exciting this can be. We have got to paint the beautiful picture of Xyngfest. Not, oh, I didn't hit my rank again next month. I'm going to try to talk to more people this month. You guys, we have something so beautiful here. We have something so amazing that people could only dream about. We need to share that more. We need to share the vision of Xyngfest more. So that's one of my big takeaways, was just the vision, making sure you're putting it out there, making sure you don't forget the little things about your journey. I mean, think about the last time that you laughed so hard that your guts hurt. Think about that. The last time I did was with Jen and Bambi, right? Just yesterday or the day before. Like, these ladies make me laugh so dang hard, I feel like I did an ab workout. I wouldn't know them without this opportunity. Okay. Find your people, connect with your people. Don't hesitate to reach out. You guys, remember, you have something so special that people could only dream about. So do not lose that vision. So, okay, that's my spill. John and Greg, I don't know who's going next, but I'm going to flip it on over.
Okay, I'm going next. So we're going to talk a little bit about, or I'm giving you a couple of action steps to follow that deal a lot with relationships. And so we keep hearing about relationships and building relationships. And that really was, a lot of what we do when we're at the conferences is we get to see faces here, but you get to lock arms when you're at conferences and give hugs and all that sort of thing. But we build those relationships all the way through this. And so two things that stuck out to me is, number one is, are you asking people? Are you asking them to join you for the products, for the business? Are you judging them? Are you saying they don't need it? They don't need the money. They don't need the products. They don't need to lose weight. They don't need. Are you being the judge of their finances and the judge of their health? So stop doing that and start asking them if they want to join you. And then the second thing is, post daily in your stories, on your pages. And Sheila gives a great example of how she followed this girl, and this girl was posting, and she said she was jumping from company to company, and every day she was promoting some new product. And she said she was following her because her content was good, but she was getting frustrated with how much she was jumping from company to company. And so she stopped following her, but then she got back in to watch her because she was so obsessed with what this girl was doing. And the girl actually ended up reaching out to her and saying, I want to, some people are asking about collagen. Do you still do Xyngfest? And so she was like, of course I do Xyngfest. Well, how would you not know I did Xyngfest? Well, she went back to her pages and there was nothing on her pages about Xyngfest. And so don't assume when you put one post up a week that they're going to see that post about Xyngfest. And then it doesn't always have to be about product. It can be, you can sprinkle it in with your daily things too, but just make sure that when, somebody comes, if I came to your page right now, would I know that you were a Xyngfest representative? Would I know that you were a business partner? And then, and here's the other thing. People buy from who they know, love, and trust. And so if you don't show your face, people get used to you. Think about it on here. We know people on here because we see your faces, and so we feel like we know you really well. And then we get to meet you in person for the first time, right? At the conference. And we felt like we knew you because we see you on screen. And so people will buy from who they know, love, and trust. So get your face on the screen, in your stories, in your posts, and then also just be authentic. You don't have to be all dolled up. Don't use filters, especially if you're talking about collagen. Don't put a filter on your face if you're doing befores and afters. Be thinking about that. Be conscious of that. Be authentic so that people love, know, and trust you. And then be consistent. We heard that all weekend long, and I know we talk about it on here, but be consistent. And a couple of things that were said, they said it two different ways. One is, it's not what you're willing to do, it's what you're willing to do consistently. And then someone else said, it's what you're willing to do on your worst day. And so when you're having a bad day and you don't want to do the mundane things, what is it that you can do for your business on that day? And that's what you're going to be doing consistently. And so, they control what you can control, and then be solution oriented and show up for your business. If you don't show up, you can't expect anybody else to. And I know we have a lot of people in here that do accountability partners. Accountability partners are amazing. And, you're getting a lot of ideas. I know we talked to Jody today, and she had some great ideas from people that she interacted with at the conference and that she does on the side that gave her ideas about what their teams are doing, things that she can take and implement. And so you're interacting with people, and as an accountability partner, that's what you're bringing to the table, is the ability to work together to come up with ideas, share ideas, and help move your business forward. And somebody at the conference said, one of the speakers said, when you're with an accountability partner, if they say, I need you to hold me accountable, they said, that's not your job, and you can't hold them accountable. So if someone says that to you, then you want to just be like, whatever. It's a two-way street. You're sharing and you're collaborating and you're coming up with ideas. And so those things are all important. Ask, post daily, be consistent. And that's what I got. You're up.
So I got a question. I mean, how many of you have been to conference? Just kind of wave your hand. Any kind of conference that we've had here in Xyngfest. How many of you love our culture? We have the best culture everywhere. And one of the first statements that came out of our new president's mouth was, culture beats strategy for breakfast. Culture eats strategy for breakfast. We just heard the different things from the previous two ladies, and I mean, our collaboration, as Jan just talked about, and Chrissy, kind of mentioned some things that certainly fall into that. But for me, one of the statements that was made also in that Thursday afternoon leadership session was, work harder on yourself than you work on your business. And we've all heard that. And that's one of the things that I actually took to heart. I used it a lot in my other professions, but I absolutely love it in our profession, and the fact that we talk about self-development. And, Oliver presented this Mamba mentality. And if any of you are NBA fans, you know that Kobe Bryant was the Mamba. And if you don't know what a Mamba is, I'm going to let you go out and look at what this massive hunting snake is. But the Mamba, I mean, and the one thing that goes with it is something that actually I've thought about and never have been able to put it into these words, and that is, obsession is not optional. You have to be obsessed if you're going to build your business. You have to be obsessed to do the things that Christy talked about and what Jan talked about. And I know what Melissa's going to talk about. It's you have to be obsessed. You're going to be a little bit off balance while you're building this business. That's just the nature of the beast. Failure is necessary. You have to fail in order to learn. And then methodically go about eliminating some of your weak spots. We all have weaknesses in our business, but build on your strengths. Make your strengths so strong that your weaknesses are just minute, and kind of work to eliminate them little by little. Don't concentrate on them. Most of us are so worried about, when this was said, I was like, yeah, most of us go back to about, well, I didn't do this. Well, I didn't do that. Well, stop. What do you do well? And go on that, because, man, I'd hate to start listing what I don't do good. And then explore creatively. That also is part of the Mamba mentality. And creativity is not one of my strengths. But I know that I have to be a little bit more creative if I'm going to add to my business and add to my partner in our business. I have to get better at that. That's one of those little holes that I have to fill in and get better at. But explore creatively so you fail. I mean, it all kind of sits right in there, right? So hustle, grind, and execute. The last thing that I'll talk about, really, it all kind of ties in. And John Addison, our speaker, I'm just going to reference him real quick because he said confidence comes from preparation. And preparation is a predictable action. It's a practicable action. Preparation isn't thinking about doing stuff, thinking about maybe getting this done, that done. It's actually putting in the action. And I was like, yeah, man, that's huge because life moves on small decisions. I remember the small decisions that I made early on because Jan bought the kit because she didn't like the way she looked in her swimsuit and we ordered that sucker up. And it came in and I'm like, it's football season, girl. And I'm a football coach and I got games and I got coaches meetings. I mean, it's 24/7 through the whole football season. And after games, you either go out to celebrate with an adult beverage or you go out to commiserate with an adult beverage with your coaching staff. And I was like, I ain't giving up beer during the season. And then 6 weeks later, I saw the result. I was seeing the results, but 6 weeks later, when she stepped off that scale, I was like, I ain't waiting. That was a small decision. And 90 days later, I was down 60 pounds. Well, life moves on those small decisions. Because either you're going to get results, or as John Addison said, you're going to get bullshit. So you either got results or bullshit. That's what's happening. And those are the things, I mean, because it's all about that motivation, and you got to be self-motivated. And I deal a lot in that. I believe in that. I always have. And when they started talking about motivation and working on yourself, man, that just stuck out for me. And I just think that's something that, Christy mentioned it. We just kind of fell asleep on some of the stuff that we did before, right? And so it's something that I've been concentrating a lot on in the last month or so, is getting that motivation back, getting that fire back, getting that spark, because generally I'm pretty much on fire. As I'm talking and reading some of these things, I'm just getting more fired up about, these are the things. This is the reason that we chased our dreams and built that vision board. I love that. But work harder on yourself than you work in your business, and work your business hard. Work your business 80% of your time and do your management stuff 20% of the time or less. But that's what I got. Melissa, on to you, girl.
Woo! I am just like, when I tell you I got goosebumps, me and Vicky were talking today, I got goosebumps. Like, I got the chicken skin. I did not go to this conference for the trainings. I didn't go for the speakers. I didn't go to learn anything. I decided this past week that I was going. I'd already sold my ticket, but my cup was so empty. I knew I needed to be there with my people to get my cup full. But that's why I went, and my cup is full, y'all. It is overflowing. But let me tell you, I'm so glad I was there for the speakers. I'm so glad I was there for the training. I'm so glad I was there for all of these other things. And if I could do anything, I wish I could go back and talk my whole team into being there, because this was the best conference. I went, and I'm just not even going to lie, I went with just I was deflated. I was defeated. And I left feeling like I came home and I'm starting to work for a new company. That's how I feel. I feel like I have come back at ground floor zero, and that I have started a brand new network marketing company. That's the whole perception that I got from this. Our new president, you guys, he is tenacious. He is creative. He has got all these innovative ideas. He is cocky. He has got this cockiness about him that he's going to get things done. He looked me in the face and told me he knows the things that are wrong. He has seen the things that were wrong. He showed me a list of 5 things that I agree with that are wrong. And he says, give me 6 months. He says, you're going to see change. And because I told him, I said, we've kind of lost of confidence there. And he said, give me 6 months. He says, I'm not going to tell you I'm going to do something and not do it. The 5 things that were the most important to me are the 5 things that were on his phone, that he opened up his phone and showed me sitting right there. I am excited about where we are going. I feel like we have just been given this whole new opportunity, and we are about to embark on something that we have been waiting for. They kept saying, if you don't quit, if you don't quit, if you don't quit. Well, everybody here, guess what? We didn't quit, and we are at the point where I have never felt like I do right now. And I am more excited about finding new business partners than I am about anything else. It wasn't even like the conference wasn't even driven like, you got to go find partners, It was just like, I want to leave and I want to bring people into what we have, because I don't want them to miss the boat. I believe January 1st is going to be a whole new era. I love Robin's words today. She says it's the new era, and that's exactly what it is. But I believe whoever starts working right now, because y'all know 3 months was when you see results. So you do it now. You start now. You do November. You do December. You grow. You explode. And come January, Mark Walker told me, if we work like we've never worked before for the next 90 days, 2025 is going to pay us more than we've ever made in our singular career. Anybody's ever made in their singular career. If you do the things right now and you find new partners, and you don't sell a $53 bottle of GOPX. You start selling our bundles again, and you start selling our big bundles again. And don't be scared, and don't make up somebody's mind of what they can afford. You go sell them the biggest bundle. You sell them the X Advanced plus GOPX and go down from there. But you've got to go in there, and you've got to give them the offerings, and you've got to do it now. I feel like I can dream again. I feel like, just like Christy said, that dream board, I am so excited to go. I've already put my 5 things down. I wrote my 5 things down. I put down that 50K 15-year cruise. I got 2 months to earn it. And I got to hit a big, big number that I have not seen in a while. But you know what? That's how confident I am in my team and what they're seeing, and the just the fired up that I am. I'm just so excited. The excitement that's coming, and it's going to overflow. I think that this team can hit it. What else? Let me see. You have to look forward. You cannot look back. We're done looking back. Back is done. Backwards is not going to get us to where we need to go. We have got to start right now, and we have got to look forward. The rear view mirror ain't going to take you to that next destination that you want to go to. Reverse ain't going to take you to the next destination you want to go to. You've got to look forward. You've got to get your blinders on, and you have got to go, because your dreams are waiting for you. Your dreams aren't waiting for me. Your dreams are waiting for you. And my work is not going to get you to the dreams that you want to get to. You've got to do the work. You've got to be consistent. You've got to show up for you every single day. You've got to have a sense of urgency. It's got to be now. You can't wait till tomorrow. As soon as we get off this phone call, you start right now. You go find you somebody to message right now. You've got to have a sense of urgency with this. You've got to make connections. I'm telling you, Text messaging and sending messages on Messenger is not going to get us there. We've got to go back to making genuine connections. We've got to go back to doing video chats, getting on the phone, getting people on the phone with other people. That's what's going to get people on your team as business partners. You've got to control your own stinking thinking. Quit saying you can't do it. Quit saying, oh, well, it's just, no. Control your own thoughts. That's one thing you can control. There's a lot of things right now that we can't control. Your own thoughts you can control. And you wake up every morning and you just get you a renewed, you start speaking life into you. You start speaking those I am statements. You want to be an executive? You freaking act like one today. Don't wait until your points get there. You start pouring life into yourself. Control the negativity. Get the negative thoughts and those lies out of your head that it ain't going to happen for you, that you ain't good enough, that singular's this. No, this is a whole new day. Start with ground zero, get the crap out of your head and start putting all the positivity in there. Be grateful, just like Christy said, be grateful for what you have and where you're going. Celebrate every victory that you have. Celebrate your team. All the small things, celebrate it. And the biggest thing is be open to change. Because without change, there is no growth. And I left very open to change. My team doesn't know this yet, but we are revamping everything. I've got a whole new motto. It came from John Addison, and I'm going to give you a couple of John Addison quotes in a second. But one thing that he said, that as soon as he said it, it was like something washed over me, and it's freedom lives here. That is what our new team motto is going to be. Freedom lives here. Freedom looks different for every person. But whatever your freedom needs to be, we've got a seat at our table for you. And that's what we're going to go out. And that's the message that we're going to spread. Because it's that important. People are drowning, you guys. People are not sleeping because they don't know how they're going to pay their bills. They don't know how they're going to buy their kids Christmas. They don't know how they're even going to make the next house payment. They are drowning. And we have the freedom that people are looking for. And there's a seat at our table for every single person, but you've got to go find them. You are the answer to their prayer. And if you don't open your mouth, that is going to pass them by. You've got to show them that we have this freedom that they're looking for. We have the answer to the thing that they've been praying for. And you've got to do it with a sense of urgency. You've got to scream it from the rooftops. Right now, we've got no member fee for until the 15th of this month. We should be signing people up like crazy. You've got to open your mouth. John Addison says, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It's the courage to continue that counts. And I want to applaud every single one of you for continuing and being here and not quitting when the going got tough. He also says continued efforts, not strength and not smarts, is the key to unlocking your full potential. It's just about the effort that you put in. Every single person has got that. Every one of you has got an effort. Some days I don't have strength, but I always put in the effort. I find a way to do it. Sometimes I don't have all the smarts, but I have the effort. And that's something every single one of us have. We can find that inside of us. It's your dreams. So what are you going to do with it? And to end it tonight, we're not going to do Ephesians 3:20. I'm going to read you 1 Chronicles 4:10. And it's something that a friend of mine gave me a long time ago. It's called the prayer of Jabez. And it says, and Jabez called on the God of Israel, saying, oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me, and that you would keep me from evil, that I may not cause pain. So God granted what he requested. So I pray that over every single one of you, that he would bless you and enlarge your territory and keep you from evil. I love you guys so much. Have a good night.